Good morning, everybody. Happy Monday. Um, I know some people don't like Mondays. Actually, a lot of people don't like Mondays. Woo. But I'm back. Back again. I tried doing my first live back on Friday. It was very scattered. And you can hear me because you can hear me on the television in there. Happy International Tea Day. April. I meant to do that. She's playing around. I am not. This is what it's like to live here. This is what it's like to live here. And you guys only get little glimpses, so. But let's pull our abundance card today. This one's a spiritual growth card. It says, bless. It doesn't matter what you call the source of your abundance. Call it God, the universe, the source, or anything else that appeals to you. The name is immaterial. Concentrate instead on the endless blessings, love, and bounty. Yeah, sometimes let's not get all worked up about names. Energy is the same. And focus instead on all the good things that are going on. So, hope you enjoyed that. So, I'm going to babble for a little bit and then we will get into our writer's little helper. I'm trying to get back into routine. I have my last surgery follow up this week. Actually, I think it's Thursday. No, Wednesday. So hopefully they will give me the all clear to get back to my normal routines. And I'll be able to lift 5 more pounds. And yeah, they gave me a restriction that I already had a restriction. I can only lift 25 pounds. And then the surgery gave me a restriction. I couldn't lift up to 20 pounds. And trying to feel what 20 pounds is so you kind of know. But yeah, I have to do a lot of asking around the house. Like, could you move the dog food? Because I don't think I can lift it. um, but yeah, I'm back. I haven't been able to sweep, mop, or vacuum. Do I'm not supposed to be doing dishes. I mean, putting dishes in the dishwasher. I've done a lot more bending than I should. Let's just say that. I guess I'm stir crazy.
Yeah, same.
But I have been resting. I am now to the point where I'm not necessarily needing the nap in the afternoon. I'm not getting as uncomfortable later in the afternoon.
Much as AJ disappointment.
Yes, AJ feels that I didn't spend enough time in bed to suit her. I should have spent a way more time in bed. But I can hopefully get back to exercise routine and things like that. So I'm looking forward to that. And I have wonderful news. Small Embers edit is done. All I've got to do now is the read through. And that will then be up for you guys this week for free. And then I can now format the box set and get that up for you guys. And I'm going to attempt draft to digital and get it to you wide. We're going to see how that goes. But I should be able to get small embers out to you guys this week. So also Hematite Without Faith. If you're not reading my urban fantasy noir mystery serials, we've got Hematite Without Faith. The last episode just dropped last week. Last week. Yeah, last week. So it is full and complete, free to read. Head on over to Medium / @author Anne Crow, and you will find it there. I'm also co-writing with my beautiful Jen, also known as GC Sadie. Co-writing Amber and Ashes, which that one is ongoing right now. We are in the second act, and of course that one is also free to read. You're hearing the printer.
I'm sorry.
Well, maybe not. um, but yeah, so head on over there and check those out. And I'm starting to work on Obsidian Vendetta, which is book 1 of the PIR series. So I hope to get that out to you this summer. Speaking of this summer, I'm getting to go to a concert. This is the first time.
Not any concert.
This is the first time I've bought concert tickets for myself. I've usually gone with someone to something to see a show. I worked at Billy Bob's, which is a well-known it's a honky tonk. It was once the largest honky tonk in the United States. Lots of bands have gone through there. Leon Rimes did a concert there. It's a concert venue. It's very small, but I worked there for 2 years, and so I saw a lot of bands there. But I've never actually gone to see somebody myself that I really wanted to go see. So this is the first time I've bought tickets, and I'm going to go see Stray Kids.
They probably didn't hear that.
I'm going to go see Stray Kids. So I am currently getting the light stick and all of the other prep because this is my first K-pop concert, and I have learned from watching a few things that a K-pop concert is an experience all of its own. It is like nothing you've ever experienced before. Yeah, it's gonna be fun, and I'm so happy to learn I am not the only older stay in the area. They just started a group for us here in the DFW area for older stays. So yeah, but I'm getting to go see my sons, and I'm so happy about that. Um, and yeah, I'm just happy. I'm happy. Hopefully this will be a trend that I might get to go see more artists. The Rose is coming to town as well. They'll probably be at a smaller venue. And I do love the lead singer's voice. He has an awesome voice. But getting to see my boys up on stage will make me very, very happy. They have a new album coming out in June or July. So even more music. They've put out so much recently. And I'm so happy for them because they've been working on this stuff for a little while, and now it's all getting released. So I'm so proud of them. Let's see what else has been going on in the world. Our puppies went in and got their checkup and shot updates. They are good. Our girls are elderly. They're over 10 years old, and but they are doing really good. Their weight is good. Their teeth are good. Their hearts are good. No heartworm, thank goodness. And yeah, they're doing really good. So other than allergies, Destiny has allergies, like her mama.
I know what you're talking
Uh, but no, they're doing really good. AJ had ear infections, so we are nightly having to put medicine. She's not fond of this. She doesn't mind the ear massage afterward, but it's the putting the thing in she's not fond of. She sees me grab the bottle, she's like, "No, I'm trying to get out of here." Or she doesn't move fast enough for unlike Destiny, who's like, "I'm out, peace out, I'm gone."
Far into your bed underneath. Go ahead. Come again.
So yeah, Destiny moves much faster than AJ. I think AJ still, Mommy wouldn't do this to me, would she? As you notice, the backdrop has changed a bit. A little bit more storage, and yeah,
You have more prettier background.
yeah, we got some squishables up there. I got a Neko, blue Neko, which if you haven't seen, the Neko kitties, the waving kitties, come in multiple colors, and the colors mean different things. So Jen got a green one, and I got a blue one, and we have a gold one in the car. Um, so that one is solar powered, and he rocks back and forth. So he's banging out with us while we're listening to music in the car. But yeah, uh, yeah. So what else is going on? Of course, you can see over here, um, the anthology is coming soon. We are looking for authors. There are 14 slots left. Um, so check that out. On the Wings for Writers, you can go to our link tree. There's a link in the description below. Go to our link tree and you click on the anthology, and then all the information is there for you. But yeah, this anthology will be promoting, the proceeds will be going to Dogs on Deployment, which helps military personnel that are overseas that live alone and have pets. So it helps take care of their pets while they are gone. Because not everybody has family and, live alone, and you can't necessarily get someone to watch their pets while they're deployed for extended periods of time. So it's a great charity, and we're happy to get that to them. So, all right, let's get started with Writer's Little Helper by James B. Smith Jr. So today's bit is a Q&A on POV, point of view. Hold on just a second. I'm having eye focusy issues this morning. Please hold so I can actually read things. Use my spexy librarian glasses. Okay, what are the best choices in using a point of view in my novel? So first person, I write in first person naturally. The I, we, me, my, mine, us narrator often uses the voice of the heroic character or a constant companion of the heroic character. There I was mining my own beeswax when she up and kissed me. I near passed out. Advantages of this point of view: it feels natural to most writers because we live in an I world. You only have, mhm, you live in an I world. You're an I. Yeah, she is a we. Which still is first point of view because multiple raccoons in her head. But you only have to deal with one mind, the narrator's voice. I do split POV in my romance. You can create a distinctive internal voice. You can add an element of craft by creating a narrator who's not entirely reliable, also known as the unreliable narrator. One of the reasons I love it is because I do suspense and mystery. So if the character hasn't heard it or seen it, I have this gray area to play with of what the bad guy is doing. So I love the camera point of view. The disadvantages of this point of view: you can only write about what the narrator can see or sense. The narrator must constantly be on stage or observing the stage. You can't go into the minds of other characters. So that's some of the disadvantages. It can be a disadvantage in audiobooks because oftentimes if I'm listening to an audiobook that's in first person and they're continuously using I, um, it really sounds repetitive. So I often try to find ways of saying something that doesn't use the I, so it doesn't seem so repetitive. Second person, the you narrator, rarely successful, and then only in shorter books. Check out Jay McHenry's Bright Lights, Big City. Most publishing experts advise against this point of view. Here's an example. You're just standing there. She comes along and kisses you, and you nearly faint. Advantages of this point of view: you have the power to be different, even eccentric in the way you can speak to the reader so informally. Disadvantages of this point of view: it begins to feel quirky whether you're reading it or writing it. It says to the publishing professional, I'm a J. Montgomery knockoff, reject me. Ooh, ouch. That's a little harsh, but okay. Third person, the he, she, it, they, them narrator, which is funny because Jen writes this point of view naturally, and so it's been fun to uh, to figure out how we were going to do um, Amber and Ashes because we write naturally in two different types of point of view. So um, this point of view appears more often than any other in mainstream and category fiction. It offers you a variety of possibilities for limiting omnipotence or information that the narrator and reader is privy to in the telling of the story. Third person unlimited omniscience. The author enters the mind of any character. He transports readers to any setting or action he likes. Example, he stood stiff as a fence post watching her come his way. What did she want, he wondered. She had decided to kiss him no matter what, so she did. She could see the effect of her kiss at once. He nearly fell over. The advantages of this point of view: different points of view offer you more chances to enrich your novel with contrasting characters the reader can identify with, and in turn, it allows you and your reader a breath of fresh air as you change viewpoint characters. You can broaden your novel's scope as you move from wildly separate settings and conflicting points of view. Disadvantages of this point of view: you can confuse yourself and the reader unless every voice and point of view is distinctive. You can diffuse the flow and impact of your story by switching to too many points of view. Notice how the last two sentences about the kiss jolt you from one observer's mind to the other. It's too easy for you to get lazy and begin narrating as the author instead of one of your characters. And third person limited omniscience. The author enters the mind of a limited number of characters. Example, he stood stiff as a fence post, watching her come his way. What did she want, he wondered as she approached. Then he saw the determination in her face. Good crackers. She was going to kiss him, no matter what. She did too, and he nearly fell over. Advantages of this point of view: this has all the advantages of the previous point of view, plus the ability to concentrate the story by keeping to major characters and strategic minor characters' thoughts. Disadvantages of this point of view: there are none, really, because by imposing discipline on your points of view, you minimize all the disadvantages of the unlimited omniscience. Some writing manuals describe 3 or 4 times as many point of view choices. Don't analyze the topic to death. Choose one and get busy writing. So, any questions about point of view? Again, this is from The Writer's Little Helper by James V. Smith Jr. I highly recommend it. It's been a great little thing. So we will definitely be getting to that next time. I like um, first person point of view because when I am outlining, I am thinking about what I'm choosing to see the character as a camera lens. And so it's whatever the camera hears, whatever the camera sees. So I have all the shadows that I can play with myself and surprise my character. Because I am writing suspense and mystery, I want to surprise my character. I want my character to have to figure things out the hard way and investigate. And that's why I really do prefer first person point of view. I know some people don't like to read first person point of view. Um, I have a really hard time with second and third omniscience. Um, those two I have trouble with because it's okay. It's not my favorite. Um, I know Jen doesn't like to read first person point of view. She says she doesn't like people to tell her what to think. Of course, right? Uh, so, and I know it has been a while, but we are going to start reading. So, um, don't forget the playlist is up. If you haven't heard the previous chapters, we are on chapter 8 of If the Seas Catch Fire. So there is a whole playlist for If the Seas Catch Fire. If you haven't checked out the first two books, they have their own playlist where I read. And of course, you can search to where the reading banner is up. I do that with all of them. So, yeah, let me get a drink real fast. Don't forget your have some tea today. Okay. Last night was both wonderful and bittersweet. I might crave a relationship with her, but I won't force it. I respect her boundaries and strength of conviction. It's rare to see a woman who knows what she wants in her personal and business life. Romance isn't something she wants, and made it crystal clear. The wheels eat the road to our next stop on the tour. I pull out my laptop and start working on the next piece in the expose. The research is giving me trouble as I try to follow the trail of the companies that Tony and his guys gave me. A few of them changed names recently. That feels suspicious to me. I add it to my notes. Nando sits next to me on the couch in the lounge. What are you working on? He asks me. I'm writing a piece for a Seattle based news outlet. Cool. Are you a big shot reporter? What is your story on? Nah, I'm just a freelance journalist. I got lucky that this paper wanted the story. Then I give him a rundown on where I'm at, and that I'm stuck on these shell companies. Maybe I can help, sometimes talking it out helps. He suggests before he picks up his phone and pauses over the unlocked screen, fingers ready to find the answers. His reaction surprises me. We haven't interacted a lot, personally. He plays on stage with us and parties hard in the dressing room with the groupies. I don't blame him for enjoying himself. He's not in a relationship with anyone. He's right. Sometimes talking out the problem helps you see it differently. I take him up on the offer and tell him the issue I'm having. He suggests I walk away from the story after he gives me a few vague suggestions. Well, sorry, man. I wish I was better help. I'll let you get on it. He walks off, texting on his phone. A niggling problem keeps coming up in my brain at the people I saw at the political dinner for Hutchinson. That Fahed Ellis was there, and that he's the crime boss, Jude Rosario's lawyer, and got him off on a few charges. But for the life of me, I'm drawing a blank on the charges. Back at my laptop, I chase the research rabbit down the hole. What the hell, Steve? Travis's shout brings my head up from the computer screen. My eyes glance search out the computer clock display, and I realize it's 8 in the morning and I haven't slept at all. And the van is slowing for city traffic. Dawns on me. Shit, the concert's today in Denver. Shit, man, I'm sorry. Chase the rabbit for this story. Go get a nap, brother. We'll stall as long as we can for you to get some rest. I nod at him, close my laptop, and slide off the couch. My feet stagger a bit while I walk back to my bunk, thankful for any sleep I can get before the show. Someone shakes my shoulder, wakes me moments later, blinking my blurry eyes. Max's face comes into focus in the dim interior of my bunk. Man, they need you. How long was I out? A few hours, but it's time for sound checks and they're taking heat for you not being there. Yeah, let me get dressed. Max moves away and closes the curtain of my bunk. After dressing, I grab an energy drink on the way out. I follow him up to the stage arena. Nando nods at me from his mark on the stage, and I'm thankful someone doesn't hate me. It's about time, Celeste's voice carries from the mixing booth out in the stands. I wave at her and take my Modius Funk 4 Rev O Light and matte black from my bass tech and thank him. I check my mic with a rendition of Who's Behind Blue Eyes. The Who's Behind Blue Eyes, sorry. Backstage, I fall into a few push-ups, then spring up and start jumping jacks. Celeste comes in with a mug of something when I'm done. I don't know if you've ever had this, but its caffeine level is off the charts. Drink it. Yes, ma'am. I take the mug as she smiles at my acceptance of her help and sip. It tastes grassy, but with milk. What the hell? I drink as much as I can. A smile from Celeste is a win in of itself. We gather off stage as we warm up. The warm-up band gets off and the back crew changes stuff out. We head out, and the crowd cheers us as Travis works them up to a frenzy. I love being out on the stage. It's the only part of touring that makes being on the road worth it. I start the opening bars of the open song for Travis's show Justice. Travis glances over at me as I realize I've started the wrong song. Everyone recovers, but it sends our set in disarray, and the sound booth and lighting guys are scrambling to fix the issue I've created. The concert goers still roar and have no clue that I've messed up, but someone down the road to the road crew knows but everyone down to the road crew knows not only was I late to sound check, but I've effed up the show. I'll have to make this up to them somehow. That night I lay in my bunk trying to get an early night, but I'm racking my brain for ideas about how I can pay them all back for my mistake today. After a few thoughts, I reached for my phone. I contacted a catering crew at our next location and asked for an order catering for every crew and all the talent. They give me a quote that caused me to nearly swallow my tongue, but I give them my credit card information. That done, I put everything away and roll over to get comfortable. Thoughts of spending time with Mallory fill my head. I'd love to take her to Paris and watch her drink coffee with the city walking below our balcony, a smile on her face. The next day, we pull into the next arena stop. I've called the tour catering crew and informed everyone that they were being treated to a party with a barbecue, drinks, and the works on me. Music blasts from the speakers and chairs are everywhere. I pull Mike and Travis aside when I find them among the partiers. Guys, you don't have to say it, man, Mike interrupts my awkward try at an apology. We're good, Travis nods, and they both smack me back before dragging me over to get a grub and a beer. We end up jamming for everyone. A smile pulls up the corners of my mouth. It's good. It's a good night and concert. After the after party, I head out to the bus. As I enter the lounge, I find Travis furiously texting on his phone, a deep look of concentration on his face and his tongue out. Man, you okay? A moment of dread fills me, causing my heart to free fall in my chest. Is Raven okay? Oh yeah, everything's okay, Travis says as his head comes up and he notices me. I'm sending Mallory ideas of wedding stuff I thought of. Dude, back off a little on that. She has enough on her plate with that client of hers. I'm sure she understands what you want her to do. Well, I keep feeling that I haven't done enough, and I want this to be the wedding of Raven's dreams. You think it won't be? I don't know, man. God, I hate being gone for this. I want to be there. He throws his hands up in the air, then hugs them around his neck. Have you asked Raven what she thinks a dream wedding is? Well, no, not yet. Travis says, contemplates his phone, his eyes staring far off, as if he can see Raven back home in Seattle. Think on that, I say as I pull out one of the game consoles
Destiny.
and pull him into a game of Mario Kart. Later that night, I open up a chat program on my laptop, a bowl of popcorn beside me on the table, an enormous glass of iced tea. Raven's icon blinks and then she comes through in the window on the screen. We've been having a movie date since she started working for Travis last year. I showed up one day at Travis's with two movies that first time. We watched both and have kept the tradition ever since. She's one of a handful of people that knows my guilty pleasure is rom-com movies. What are we watching tonight? She asks. Set it up, I answer. Well, let's do this. We watch for a while. I try to be quiet as everyone is sleeping except for our driver, David. I want to text Mallory, but she's been working late every night this week. This project has consumed her whole life, so I can relate. Have you seen Mallory? I worry she's working too hard, and with Travis adding wedding shit to her list. Yeah, we did florist stuff the other day. She looks tired and worn around the edges. I'm worried too. I wish she. I can't finish because there's so much I want to do for her. Help support her through this tough time. She doesn't have a happy history with relationships. Her family has sold her on the idea that they're cursed in relationships. Give her time. I think you're doing more for her than anyone ever has. That idea causes my chest to ache. Mallory is a person who deserves love and devotion. It hurts that she hasn't even had that from her family. I wish my family and I were closer, but we know we love each other. We've just always been independent and handled our own problems without burdening the others. How's the food channel project going? She regales me with funny stories and her progress on the project. And that is the end of chapter 8. Like I said, if you want to read previous chapters, check out the playlist for If the Seas Catch Fire, and you can get your copy. Also, the box set is coming, so you can get the ebook of all 3 of them and 3 shorts. So, yeah, be on the lookout for that. So, sign up for my newsletter, all that. Follow me on social media. Love hanging out with you guys. I hope to see you on the weekend for writing sprints or productivity sprints, however you choose to use them. And I am so glad to be back with you guys. So take care, be safe, have a fantastic week. Remember to focus on the blessings and not on all the rigmarole. Just focus on what's good. What's good is good. So I'll see you guys later. Bye.